Back so soon. Special weather statement now for North Rutherford County. You might remember when we ended the stream a few minutes ago, talked about North Rutherford County might get in on some of the action. So here we go. This is a special weather statement for the next 31 minutes. Could have some small hail, pea-size hail, and up to 50-mile-per-hour winds. Radar indicated and includes northwestern Rutherford County. Highly populated area, of course. So let's give you the Rutherford County extent of this. Brent on X, we can hear the thunder in Christiana, but missed out on most of the rain so far. Well, there are parts of Rutherford County that have had a lot. Downtown Murfreesboro and to the northeast, Lascassas, Milton. But this has been an untapped area here in North Rutherford County. And under this special weather statement, so I'm going to kind of draw our county line in here roughly. All right. To include the area in this special weather statement. Just to help us better see it and understand. Just helps to see in the outline. And I said this was a rough outline, and boy, it got really bad there. Hold on a second. Okay. So this would include Amilville up toward Florence. We zoom in, it gives you lots of the little subdivisions. So that would be the Smyrna High campus, Old Nashville Highway. There's the Publix there. They include Jefferson Pike, Percy Priest, goes all the way over to Mona, Cutoff Road, up toward Murphy. Ponderosa includes Laverne, and all of Laverne in that. Okay. And here is what's on the way. Check to see what the National Weather Service has to say about this. Wrong place. Winds increasing with the line as it moves toward Nashville. Large tree down on Greenland Drive. That was reported within this last hour. About 2 inches of rain in that area. That's under our flood advisory. Get a good look from the terminal radar and look at the velocities. Want to make sure we're over and in good shape there. Okay. So where you see these brighter colors, brighter greens. Let's kind of put it in motion here. And we see that this is heading in the general direction of Smyrna Laverne. Switch to the National Weather Service radar. And so that's where this little pocket, maybe even bigger than that, but this is the pocket that's generally headed off in this direction. So again, this special weather statement talking about some small hail. So we'll leave this rolling here for just a minute or two, at least for the next 24 minutes. How about that? Continue to watch things. So there are a couple of things that we're looking at here in Rutherford County. The special weather statement in this lighter green area is where we have a flood advisory until 9:15. So Brent, who mentioned missed out on most of the rain so far, may still miss out on some of the rain today. We'll leave the radar looping here and check back in here in just a few. Keep an eye on things for you here on Rutherford Weather. I can give you a little bit of good news. Don't know if you saw just a second ago, but we did have our flood advisory go away. So not thinking we're going to have any more flood concerns. But this is our storm as it gets closer to Smyrna and Laverne. Now, right above where you're seeing the forecast and things of that nature scroll through, the camera above that is in the Siegel area, but looking towards Smyrna, Laverne. Occasionally, you'll see a flash of lightning there. There's part of this storm that's going to travel outside of the special weather statement polygon, too, here in Rutherford County. So some heavy downpours coming up on Blackman. And the rain just getting ready to cross I-24. See if we have any information from the National Weather Service before I leave you here for another bit. Again, that flood advisory canceled. Yep, nothing of late. Again, this special weather statement is for 50-mile-per-hour winds and possible pea-size hail. Strongest part of the storm coming up on 24 at Rock Springs. Laverne proper getting in on some of that as well, but this looks like it's going to ride right into downtown Smyrna toward the airport and then toward Percy Priest. Terms of the strongest part, which could contain some gusty winds. Where you see the brighter yellows, that's where we're seeing the highest winds. And honestly, thankfully, the highest winds from this, and again, below severe limits, could just be west of the Rutherford County line. We'll continue to watch it as the storms roll on through here. Again, this is a special weather statement, and this goes for another 9 minutes. Well, I think we're about to see the expiration of our special weather statement. Let's take a spec out full here to the radar. We'll see it pop off here in just a second, most likely. Tim said the music is bumping. What's the track name? Well, this is the soundtrack of the 80s. Well, maybe 90s, probably 90s, from the Weather Channel from back in the day. The heaviest part of the storm pushing into the Sam Griffin Road, Rucker Lane, Mill Lane area, north of Florence and just south of Smyrna, and coming up on Loafers Corner, Hilltop, Hunters Point, and soon to cross North Lowry Street, where Enon Springs Road runs through. Some heavy rain in the Laverne area as well. Some pretty heavy rains once again down in Murfreesboro, just north of the downtown area, toward the airport. And MTSU, this is where we had a couple inches of rain, radar estimates earlier. But right now, we are not seeing any advisory, any special weather statement, anything for the last little bit. We've been dealing with that off and on this afternoon. But you can expect some rumbles of thunder. A look at the Siegel Skycam looking toward Smyrna Laverne when we had just the radar looping and the scene there. You could see lightning occasionally on this particular camera. But things are pretty quiet. Let's look at downtown here real quick. There was a little bit of lightning. No rain downtown at the moment. And maybe a little better look at the streets. Courthouse, not bad. Not raining down there just yet. Could have, it's just a little north of that, it looks like. One more quick peek of our, let me just click this here. This is our MTE outage map, and still dealing with a few scattered outages there, but there were over 700 at one time. Over in Williamson County, where this storm came through and really what prompted the special weather statement for North Rutherford County, they had several power outages in that area as well. But I think we're going to be in better and better shape as that goes along. One more look at the radar. That's where things are headed right now. So anywhere in the northwestern portion of the county, moving off to the east, is where we've got rain and storms, thunder, lightning, but nothing but maybe a few little wind gust, 20, 30 miles an hour, maybe even 40, but likely not even that high. And you might see some small hail, but have not seen any reports of that. And with that being said, I think we're going to end the stream once again, but if anything else pops up, we'll let you know. There is a storm down in the Columbia area, and this in a couple of hours could reach us here in Rutherford County. Models do show, let me see if I can pick the one of the latest models here. Kind of let it loop up. Whoops. So it does show we can expect to continue to see, this is 10:30 tonight, a few more showers and storms come through. And then by the time we go through the day tomorrow in the morning, could see some passing showers. This is tomorrow afternoon, about 1 o'clock. So, yeah, that's kind of going to be the name of the game here most of the week this week. Expect to see showers and storms continue. And again, tomorrow, a level 1 out of 5 for severe weather, low end threat tomorrow and Tuesday. We do have the possibility of seeing some heavy rains Wednesday, Thursday, especially, and Wednesday, a level 2 out of 5 for excessive rainfall possibilities. So, just a few of the things we're watching this week. Going to stay in the 80s most of the week with rain and storms. Thanks so much for being with us here on the Rutherford Weather Channel. We'll break back in and do another update if need be. Be sure to like, subscribe, turn on notifications, share with friends and family, and if you subscribe to the channel, that helps us a lot. It gets us helps us grow the channel, and the more people that like the channel, the more it's going to be pushed out there for others in Rutherford County to see. And you can help us do that. Like, subscribe, and again, turn on notifications, and then share with your friends and family about the Rutherford Weather Channel, keeping you updated on what's going on locally in Rutherford County, Tennessee, weather-wise. And thanks again. We'll be back if need be. Otherwise, have a good evening and enjoy the rain. I'm sure your yards are enjoying a drink of water.